Hi, my name is Steve Majiri with Blazes Personalized Dog Training, and today is my second diary of Bacon. And today what we're going to be doing is fitting Bacon for his new e-collar and also teaching him what the e-collar means. We like to use the e-collar here as an extension of our leash, also just a better communication tool with the dogs from close or from far away. I have Bacon already out now. He's already gone out for a long walk. So he's kind of just hanging out with me right now. He's right here. So I'm going to try to take you step by step on what I do to fit him for the collar and also how to teach him what the collar means. All the commands today we'll be using is commands he already knows, such as here, sit, just to kind of get him to understand how the collar works. So hopefully I'll be able to kind of break it down for you, and you can kind of follow along and learn also how the e-collar works. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the e-collar and all, how it comes. So I basically, this is a brand new e-collar. This is just for Bacon. So I'm going to just kind of take you step by step on each device. I'm not going to explain 100% how it works, but I'm going to give you a basic idea on how to use it. Bear with me with the videoing. So as you can see, it comes in this box. I use e-collar Technologies. This happens to be the Boss. All right. So I already put on the comfort pad onto the e-collar, but prior to that, I already checked and made sure the e-collar worked with this little handy. Let's see where it is here. Actually, I think it's in here. So always when you get the e-collar, make sure it's working correctly. You'll see the light up less or more depending on the strength that you are working with. So go ahead and check that out before you even put that onto the dog. So now I have an e-collar here. Already has a comfort pad. I like to use the bungee. Go ahead. I like to use the bungee. It makes it a lot easier. I think it gets a better fit. So you want a snug fit, not too loose, not super tight. But in the beginning, I like to make it a little bit tighter to make sure that I'm getting contact. It's a little bit easier with Bacon because, as you can see, he has really short fur. Alright, so these ones are really easy to turn on. This one, the button's right there, and then you'll see it's green. It'll blink green here in a second. There we go, so we know this one's on. They're already fully charged. This is easy. This middle button here works the light, but it also turns it on and off. You can see here, you can see it's already at 7. I was just messing with it to make sure that it worked. So I'm going to put it back to 0. I use continuous. Without going into every button here, some of these are the vibration buttons. Stimulus and stimulus. This is an extra stimulus if needed. This is how you dial up the collar and dial down. The collar goes to 100. High is 100. Let's see if I can put on 99. There we go. Alright, so now once you've already checked everything and you get everything out of the box, you want to fit the dog for the collar. So let me go ahead and put his collar on and I'll show you. Alright, as you can see, I have the collar fitted on him, and you can see, hold let me here, it's really snug here. Up on the side of the neck. I usually like to keep it on the side. I'll swap it back and forth every couple of hours so that it doesn't get irritating on one side. Okay, now it's time to teach Bacon what the collar means. I set him up, found out his working level where he starts to feel it at. So once you set that up, everybody's number is going to be different, so don't be concerned on the number. Just try to first start with the lowest working level you can possibly work with, just to start to communicate on what that sensation means. What I like to do is put them on a leash, put them on a little short leash like this, apply a little bit of pressure with the remote collar, and then guide them towards you slightly with the leash. But you don't want to do too much leash pressure because I don't want them to respond to the leash over the e-collar. I want them to respond to the e-collar. So let's go ahead and try. Good job. Good. So as soon as he came towards me, I released the pressure on the e-collar along with the leash. But you can see I just used very slight pressure. I want him to respond to the remote collar, not to the leash itself. So let's try this again. Just going to kind of walk him around. Good job. Good job, Bacon. All right, let's try this one more time. Good job. So that took him a little bit longer. There's a lot of distractions going on. He's paying attention to the outside, you see. So I like to use the least distracting place the first time. So that's why we're inside, not outside. We will be taking this outside because ultimately it's to teach him to be off leash. This process is a little slow. Once he gets it though, it'll kind of speed things back up again. That way we can start teaching him to do so many new things, or a lot of things that he already does, but kind of off but on leash. He will be on leash just for safety, so that way I can always keep him under control, but the leash will be just kind of dragging next to him. Good job. Good job, Bacon. Good. Good boy. He's learning it here. Now he's just trying to anticipate. So be careful too, because they start to figure out what you want. So when you keep the same pattern, so you want to kind of switch it up a little bit, maneuver, do different things, or walk him around. Good. Up. Good job. So now, once he gets a better idea of it, I like to pair it up with food. So when he comes back to me, he also gets a treat. In this case, we're just going to use his regular diet. So what we're doing now is conditioning Bacon with the collar. So what I like to do is hook him on a long line. And I already set him up for his working level. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply slight pressure on the collar, and then I'm going to guide him gently with the leash. So go ahead and watch me. I don't know if you can see the light, but I'm going to... Good! As soon as he comes towards me, I release the pressure. So basically what I want to communicate to him is when he feels the pressure, is to come back and focus on me for right now. And then I'll kind of add it to all different commands. Good boy. Good. So he did kind of got distracted. I applied pressure again, and then he started to come back to me. So that was really, really good. So just after about 15, 20 minutes now of kind of working with him, he's starting to really understand what the collar means. Okay. Oh, you can see he's already kind of starting to pay attention to me and come back before I even get to ask him to come back. So once he starts to understand, I'll start to add the command to it. And since I have a long leash, I can guarantee success, so I can add the verbal command. Good boy. Good boy. Good job, good boy. Good boy, good job. You can see I'm not even applying pressure to the leash anymore. I'm just communicating with him through the collar.